Alright guys, so today we're doing our follow-up video on this guy right here. So this is the Sirui M1. So we're going to actually take it outside, try the software, show you guys, run some tests, because I think that's important. And that's going to come up. Right now, let's go outside. Alright guys, so we're outside. I got the gimbal set up here. So that's good. Hopefully, I'm going to turn my head around, but make sure the camera has something to be able to focus on. I put this up. I'll bring this screen up here so you guys can see it when I'm doing stuff. And we'll just kind of go through some of it just to see it. In the top here, we do have our settings. So allow the gimbal to function while charging. Actually, that's pretty cool. So if you actually wanted to be able to charge the gimbal, you could. Reverse tilting, firmware version, etc., etc. Now, the big recommendation is, of course, when you get this, make sure before you do anything else, check for firmware, do an update if it's there, because we want to make sure. Even the app right now is in beta phase for me, so that's going to be probably changed a little bit, possibly when you guys get it. Okay, so we can see a bunch of stuff in here. Bluetooth version, hardware version. Realize I'm testing on a pre-release version of the hardware and software. So let's go back here. Camera here, grid lines if you'd like them. Flash, video resolution. I'm going to actually reset that. So we're going to set that up nice and high. So 38. Perfect. Go back. And you can also, there's that film camera. So this would be useful with any of the anamorphics, especially the one actually produced and made by Siri. So this is where you would turn that on. Next, we go down here. Manuals, you gotta look at them. Anyway, down here we have filters. So you can actually change those filters if you want. You got a lot of them in there, which is actually kind of cool. And of course you have your home button, which takes you out. Alright, now on the other side we have the first one, or the top one up here. So this guy here, top right hand corner, will allow you to see any of your media library if you so choose. We don't have anything, so no big deal. One below that, of course, is being able to switch forward and backwards between your cameras. This, of course. And the other thing, I should have said this, the other thing with the video resolutions, of course, that depends on what your camera is actually on your phone's capable of recording. So this isn't going to magically make your phone shoot 4K if it can't do it in the first place, right? Alright, down here we have, below the shutter button, we have little things here, because I'm in camera mode, so for taking photos. So 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, that's for single shots. We do have the ability to do a panorama. So I'll shoot some of these in a minute and we'll try them out. And then we have this Sudoku, which is the 9x9. If we actually come down here and switch it to video mode, you'll actually see that these change. We have time lapse, path lapse, motion zoom, which is cool, and normal. So again, we'll try some of these just to see what we think. Let's do that right now, shall we? So I'm going to spin the camera a little bit so you guys can see the back side of this. And we'll do some of the camera ones first, okay? So I'll switch this down here, spin this way. Hopefully you guys can see that. And we'll come into the photo mode first, so in photo. So number one, when we're in photo mode, if we want to take a picture, nice and simple, snap, right? Snap, saved, picture, nice and simple. You know, what more do you want? All right, let's go back into this guy, and we can do panorama. So we'll switch to panorama, and we'll do a 3x3. So this is going to be a 3x3, and we'll hit that button. 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's actually kind of cool because you get to see the whole saving process and what it's doing. But I'm going to come in here. We're going to just do a quick rotate just to make sure we can see that. Right, so that's it. And what we'll do then is, I think we hit next here if we want. Right, there it is. You actually have a whole bunch of filters if you'd like to do this. And I'm just going to literally hit the save button on the top. Saved. And it should put that back in my camera roll, which is cool. Once you're in here, because now you can do like a 360, a 180, a 90. So let's try a 360. Ready? And 3, 2. I'm going to speed these up for you guys. Okay, so first, just so you know, you want to make sure you're doing this in a scenario, the 360 one, that you're far enough away, because if you're close, it's really hard for it to blend stuff. So I don't know if I can actually get this. I'm gonna move it over here. We're gonna shift it this way, just so you guys can see on the table. And I'm gonna move this back here. Okay, hold on. And we're gonna see if this works. Hold on. Right, so I think that one worked. When I actually had it behind, or this way, it was so close to the fence that I don't think it could actually blend all the images together. So we'll take a look and see what that looked like. But cool. Last one in here, of course, is going to be 180. So we'll do the same. We'll just spin this around. So we're going to spin. Actually, I'll bring this all back here because I think it's a little better. All right, so again, we're going to switch it to 180 this time and get a shot. And go. Alright, so again, that's getting the photos ready, putting them all together. Last one here is this Sudoku, and I'm not even really sure what the Sudoku is, but we'll hit it and find out. So this is the Sudoku. I'm not even sure what it did at all. So I'm gonna ignore that one a bit, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, now let's switch it to video and see what kind of video settings we have it. So first off, I'll just do a little time lapse. This is a plain time lapse, and we'll see what that one looks like. So that's coming up right now. Hold on. And just so you guys know, I'm just gonna let this run for about, I don't know, let it run for about 2-3 minutes just to see what it creates. You can go in and change some of the values for how long you want the shutter to actually stay open, so we'll see. Alright, so we're going to stop this and see what it creates. Okay, hold on. So you got this path lapse is what we're doing. So we set it where we want it to start. So I'm going to set it here. And then we'll get it to kind of come over here at the end, like that. Like so be it. And we'll start that up. Alright, so I don't know if I made that long enough, but you get the idea. Last one. It's called the Hitchcock. Right? Hitchcock. So it's literally a motion zoom. So we're going to go in here. We're going to make sure this is kind of where we want it. So in this area. Alright. And are you ready? And now we'll see what that did. Because that could be cool. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, last one that we're going to do is I'm going to do a quick walk out this way and back. And facing out with the camera, facing back in with the camera, and we'll see actually how well this thing actually does as a gimbal. Alright, let's go do that, shall we? So here we go. Actually has nice stabilization on it, and the grass is wet, so my socks are not wet, which is fantastic. Okay, so we got the front facing camera up now. We're gonna just kind of move that, see how well that stabilizes. That stabilizes good. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's all right. Can you play with the, but you can use the zoom on the side too. It's super smooth, right? Look at that. Hello. Zoom out. Nice. That's awesome. Okay. We're gonna go back. We're gonna do one last test. because this video is getting pretty long. All right, one last test. We're actually going to put the Sirui wide, so they're 18mm on this, and see what it does. All right, my friends, so we've got the wide lens on the front. So we're just going to switch the cameras around. You can do that by double clicking the function button, and we'll do that walk again with the Sirui wide. All right, so there's that wide, right? I really like their lens. It's just super nice and sharp. You can actually see, you know, me kind of creeping in the corner there. It's this right up in here. So with the wide, you're seeing a little tiny bit, see if you can see that, of the actual arm. So just kind of be aware of that. You may have to crop in a little bit with the wide, just because it's catching that arm in the shot. All right, let's stop that and spin it around to the front-facing camera. Hold on. All right, guys, so we have it, the front-facing camera now. So the nice thing is you lose that little arm piece coming in, but look how wide that is now. So if you had any kind of issues with, you know, it's dark, I'm in the shade, right? See if I can brighten that up, maybe. Maybe, we'll see. Anyways, if you had any issues, just get the wide. Like that wide's fantastic, right? I can just kind of float around and everything's nice and steady, which is super cool, right? Super cool. All right, I'm gonna go back inside now and take a look at some of this stuff and kind of figure out what I think and let you guys know. All right, we're gonna go in and we'll be back with you guys in just a sec. All right, hold on. All right, my friends, so there you go. We're back in the house. You guys have seen a bunch of the footage, and I actually just sat and watched it myself. And it's actually really good. I'm super happy here. Here's the gimbal back here. The fact that you can get this on Indiegogo right now for under $100, awesome. I think if you're looking for a smartphone gimbal, especially one that's just a smartphone gimbal, that should work actually really well. Now, I did have a question that somebody asked, and I'm going to see if this actually can happen, so give me just one sec. The question was, can you mount an action camera in here? And let's find out, shall we? So I'm going to actually put the action camera in here just this way, so it's kind of sitting like so. That means that balance is going to be crazy, and you're only going to be able to get it so far, so it's never going to really be able to balance it super well. So the real question is, will it understand that there's an actual camera in there right now? Let's just find out for a sec and turn this on. So first off, where are we here? Okay, so she's powering. Let's see what happens. Okay, so she settles in. Of course, she's not going to be able to hook into Bluetooth or anything like that because there's no phone. So be it. That's okay. Let's just slide that there for a minute. So it's pointing back at you, and of course it's sideways. So I want to see if I can get it into like a portrait orientation. Okay, point of view. They got a lot of things here. So I just want to see if it has the ability to just get that camera to switch over. Simple answer is I think it should. Most cameras do. How do I do it? I don't know. What happens if I double click the back? Anything? So I don't know, because she gets a little bit of a vibration to it. Yeah, right. As soon as you gotta go down, she gets a bit of a vibration, and I think it's just for the fact that it doesn't like the fact that there's not enough weight there. This again, so I'm going to say no to can you use an action camera with this one. I don't think it's been necessarily designed to do that. Not that that's, you know, a flaw, because it's not. It doesn't say that it did. If you're looking for a gimbal that can kind of do all of that, I'd say go look at the P1, which is also on Indiegogo, and right now you can get that at a smoking deal at time of posting this, of course. The other one that was a little different, well, two that were actually a little different, is the Sudoku one. I wasn't quite sure why I would want a photo like that cut into 9 pieces, but that's me. I don't understand it. If you guys know why you'd want that, put a comment down below, because I'm really interested to understand that. And last but not least, It's kind of that Hitchcock, they call it that Hitchcock move. Now, thinking back, I understand what I didn't do right or what I should have done. So what happens is the camera kind of pans in nice and smooth. So what you're supposed to do is actually get it locked where it's supposed to be, and as that's happening, you're supposed to kind of pull backwards. So what happens is you get that nice compression of the background, so you get that subject matter seems to be locked in space, but your compression of your background kind of narrows or widens. And I didn't move because it was on a tripod. So this is one of those things where you would actually have to move in or move out opposite to what it's doing. So if it's zooming in, you're coming out, and if it's coming out, you're going in. There you go. Super smooth, really nice. I don't think you can beat this for the price, especially again at this Indiegogo price. Remember that as of now, all my testing has been on a pre-production model of what you guys will all be getting. So software is beta, firmware is still early, and hardware could actually undergo possibly some change. I don't know. But the big one, of course, will be firmware and software. So the app. Those will definitely probably get some updates before you guys get them in your hands. Actually really solid right now. Probably be much better when you get it. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you guys there. Again, I'll put a link down to the Indiegogo page if you guys are interested in this. This is the Swift M1. Super good. Shrinks up pretty good, pretty tight. If you guys would like to see the previous video I did on the actual unboxing and first look, I'll put a link up here for you guys. You guys can go look at that because I think that's kind of cool. And that's it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will have more videos coming up for you guys right away. All right, my friends. Have a good one. Later.